Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Hey, hello, Claude. Good to see you. I have had a late night, not as late as it could have been. I did get a couple of hours sleep in the end. Some of you out there might have seen me in the chat on Savvy's stream, which, if I'm ever on Savvy's stream, it means that I'm awake at 3 in the morning. Had planned to burn all the way through because I had a lot of stuff to do and deadline tomorrow, but I hit a wall around 5, so I decided to go to bed, crash out for a couple of hours, see what I could do. I did manage to get some sleep, so I'm not going to be quite as weird as last time. I'm making this staying up all night way too much of a habit. So let me know out there, what are your goals for the day? What are you doing? What are you working on this morning? I know Claude got to the end of something last time, so be interesting to see what new projects you've got for us. I am so it's the final countdown and all that. I really, really, really need to get my chapter 1 kind of final draft done for tomorrow, and I'm not there yet. Miles to go before I sleep and all that. I have made a dent in it last night, but it's not quite there. Claude says, I began to do a very light 0 draft for my rewrite. We'll try this and see if I like it. Ooh, nice. That's nice. It's always lovely to see a new draft start to take shape. Yeah, I hope that it goes very well for you. I have many bullet points that will not make sense to anyone other than me, but it is a lot of fiddly edits. A lot of it still to tables. I'm on table number 4 now. So many tables. It'll be grand once we get to the end of the tables, because there'll be less to write. They convey a lot of information, but they're just so fiddly to edit and get all the information into. Yeah. So I think with that, we'll take an early first sprint. We're going to do the first one as a 10-minute job as usual. So I'm just going to go and grab us a timer, pop it in, and be ready. Stretch yourself, hands on your keyboards, ready to go. 3, 2, 1, and sprint. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Oh, it looks like we've got lots of people in the chat. Hello. Hello, Blanket Man. Good to see you have returned. Claude is saying hello to Hayden. Hayden says, how are you all doing this time zone? I'm back to my ritual of getting dressed and then maybe writing. Sounds good. Sounds good. I am back to my ritual of being sleep deprived and writing like I'm running out of time. Hello, Oscar. Don't think I've seen you before. Welcome to the stream. Please do let us know what you're writing or what you're doing if you're doing some other kind of productivity. Claude is saying, like to start my day early so I can finish early too. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I've never managed to get my head around doing that, but I love that for you. Oops, had you muted? Now I can hear you. Well, I was muted during the sprint anyway. How it works, if you're unfamiliar with this format of stream, is that we have a little chat, maybe 5-10 minutes, and then we have 25-minute sprints. And then we have another little chat, and that keeps us going. If you leave me on sound wise, you should get a little tone at the end of the timers, and that will tell you when you need to stop writing and come back and chat to us. So hopefully, I mean, you could. Some people end up just muting it and writing straight through. It's if that is what it takes to get you moving, I have no objections. Hayden says, I failed. I got on Facebook because we're having a caucus today, and then I jumped into some news sites. Well, the 10-minute sprint at the start is for prep. So if you got that out of your system and you are not currently fighting someone on Facebook, I'm a political animal too. I understand what it's like. If you're not currently engaged in a Facebook fight, that means that you can close that tab and close out your news tab, and you don't have to go any further with it. You can go back to writing. Oscar says he's new. Yes, that's good. Am I on a deadline? Yes. I have a chapter of my my doctoral thesis due tomorrow. So yes, I had a lovely break over the weekend, and I desperately needed it. But now I am behind, so there's a lot of frantic doing of work. What is the sleep that you speak of? I don't know, man. Sounds fake. Oscar is working the first novel. Wish me luck. Oh, good luck. What we've had a couple of first novels written here, or at least started here. The channel kind of started just before NaNoWriMo, and so there were a lot of people when we started off that were just doing their sort of draft of a novel. For some it was their first, for some it was like their fifth. So you are in very, very good company here. Yay, you like the chatting and sprinting. That is good. And subbed. Hey, welcome to the club. Good luck, Oscar, says Claude. Mute Kincaid. I love your name. I love it. There's so many cool things about it. There's a Sandman reference. There's a slimy pond creature. Like that is the best name. If I wasn't called Jack Byron, I want to be called Mute Kincaid. That's great. Well, good morning from Ireland. I hope you are enjoying my whittering and maybe being productive. Do let us know what you're working on, Mute. Oscar says, I just block everyone now before I get into any Facebook fights now. Often delete my posts to cut and run. You're better than than wasting your time on them. Yeah. I have just enough success that it keeps me in. I mean, when I say I get into Facebook fights, I tend to try to do the gonna ask some questions, gonna try the old street epistemology thing, and every so often I manage to get somebody to reconsider something, and therefore I keep getting dragged in because even it's I suppose I could be for low hit rate things to get attached to like that, I could have a gambling addiction. So getting into debates on Facebook is probably healthier. Only probably. Eh. Hayden says sleep is fake news. Yeah, for the fake news media. Yeah. I say that. But chapter 2, once I finish this, is it's about sleep. So I guess I'm the fake news media. That's me. Newt says thanks. Oscar is in Italy. Awesome. It is very cool. No, we have people regularly in from uh, lots of people from the US, some from the UK. We've got people from Denmark, from Canada. I think you're my first Italian, maybe. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of people here. We've got the early risers in sort of the Americas, and we've got people who happen to be around at midday in GMT, and afternoon birds in continental Europe. So that's it's quite cool. It is quite cool. I love seeing a variety of people doing a variety of things. We've got academics, we've got authors of very, very many genres. I think we've got more fantasy, sci-fi, spec fic kind of stuff than anything else going on in the chat from what I've seen. Lots of really interesting world building going on. What are you writing, Oscar? What kind of genre is your novel in? It would be cool to hear. Much as I am really enjoying chatting to you, I am really under pressure here, so I think I am going to have to. We also have Half Dead Birds. Yeah. And impromptu superheroes. And Marvel. And it gets pretty weird. I gotta be honest, Oscar and Newt. Like, welcome to the circus. These are the monkeys. I won't claim that they're my monkeys, but they are here to throw peanuts at me. Gonna go to work, but let stream play on mute. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet, upping my analytics. Oh yeah, by the way, like the stream, folks. Maybe subscribe if you haven't. All those other things YouTubers are supposed to say. It does help new people find us, and I am all for collecting new people. Oscar says, I suppose I'm writing political fiction about morality with a hint of supernatural. I think you would get on quite well with Hayden. Panamas. Yeah. Well, look, at least you have some good entertainment while the world is burning, and it's not provided by the same people who are causing that. Okay, so as I was saying, like the stream, I'm gonna do another 25-minute sprint, and I would love it if you would all join me. Gonna grab the file. Gonna launch it in 3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome back, everyone. Oh, that's a lot of comments. Remember to stretch, hydrate, also save. Save your work. Don't want anything going missing now, do we? Okay. So let's look at all the comments. Where'd they come from? Ooh, wow. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. Hayden says, I'm working on political fiction at the moment. Make some timeline changes in 2016. Watch oil burn from there. Do you really need to make any timeline changes in 2016? Really? Then start the story in 2031. I hope to publish my first chapter online later today. Oh, well done. Awesome. I'm so glad that it is going to be published. Why don't you drop a link in the chat? If you don't have mod powers, I really should have given you mod powers. I wanted to, but I'm pretty sure I've given you a spanner. So drop us a link. Tell us where to look for you. Oscar says, I remember the uni rush. Last major project of each course is always most emotionally draining. You can do it. Yeah. This has been going on for way, way, way too long. It's almost made Jack a dull boy, if you know what I mean. Says that Hayden is awesome. Is there a Discord for this stream group? Not yet, and there will not be until I am done with this this project, because I'm a moderator for a few things already. I do not have time to moderate like even one more thing. Just don't have the time for it. There are folks who do have a Discord. I believe Kibi Roseland has a Discord. I believe I'm even on it. If you have a look at her channel, she seems to be doing something cool there. Subscribe to her as well. She does streams like this, and she's just generally a cool person. Going the self-publishing route, hoping to go traditional if possible. Well, good luck. Good luck with that. While I'm on the track of recommending other streamers, I know Sako Toomey and BC Brown have done some stuff about marketing for authors that might be useful to you down the line. When you are looking at pitching and getting into publishing and then marketing your work and all of those things. Yeah. Oscar is asked for the link as well. Yes, links. Michaela says, hello, everyone. Hello, Michaela. Good to see you. Okay, so Hayden's putting it on Quotev. I don't know that site. No money, but still getting it out there. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta get it out there and be read. And sometimes the money follows. If not, at least you get some feedback from the community. You get some sort of sense of how people receive your work, which is good. This is good. Casey, hello Casey, welcome back. Good morning everyone. Since it is the beginning of the month, I have tons of day job stuff to do, so I'll be working all day. I hope everyone is doing something more interesting than me. Lol. Well, I'm up against a deadline, so no, I'm not, Casey. But some of the other people are doing more interesting stuff. Like Oscar's done some morning yoga. That's pretty cool. Save your soul. That's an important thing. Important saving thing. I don't know. I think my soul might be beyond salvation. My Word files, on the other hand, are a lot easier to handle. Yes, I need to make Clinton president 2016, followed by Trump presidency 2020. Ooh, oh, that's interesting. Would that be better or worse? Hard to know. chaos. Yeah, I agree. Probably would have been. Got have them. Don't worry. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Sarah was the reason I had a lovely, distracting weekend that involved lots of fun things and exploring a new city and playing Beat Saber, but not a lot of doing my thesis. She's awesome. Very glad to have you in the chat, Sarah. I hope we can help you with your writings today. Kayla says, read some previous scenes, see where I'm heading, the series in general. Yep. Gotta get your brain reset sometimes into what you're doing. Oscar, yeah, Discord is distracting. Yeah, I totally see the appeal of having a community for the channel, but I do not. Even a small server is a lot of work to keep an eye and make sure that it doesn't go completely off the rails or get invaded by bots. So, don't wanna take that on just now. Hayden says, switching to my phone now. BRB. See you then. Casey, Troublemakers Discord if you're looking for one. They're pretty cool over there. Yeah, Troublemakers are cool. More writers. People who would be interesting to talk to about your works in progress. Do thoroughly recommend. Last Masters was actually global marketing, but I haven't touched publishing and novel marketing. Focus on food marketing. Step one, just get it written. Yeah. It was more of a suggestion for the future. But also, Sako and BC both do writing streams like this. And have lots of interesting things about kind of character development and outlining and plots and those sort of things. So there's still people I would give a click to see if you vibe with their content. I know I like both of them a lot. They're cool. Okay, so wow, that was lots of chatting. Oh no, there's more. Sarah says, I'm good. Been stuck in meetings all morning, so this is a nice break. Yeah. Free from the meetings. Free. Make sure that you are hydrating yourself, having a nice cup of tea, doing something nice for yourself. Because Zoom meetings are a whole thing. They are much more tiring than they have any right to be. It says there's a second Trump presidency starting in 2028 because he lost in 2024. Dies in 2029. So it's a completely fictional character in 2031. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. So, very different world with some interesting chaos factors thrown in. I'm sure that will be very cool, and I think everybody should go onto Kotev when it's done and read it. Oh yeah, I should. When people ask about Discords and stuff, I always forget to mention I've got an Instagram, which isn't quite the same thing, but I do usually put up something to say when I'm streaming, and it's possible to talk to me there. I don't always respond, or at least I don't always respond like the same week. But if you want to be more connected, just head on over to my page, subscribe while you're there, and click the Instagram button, and you can join there. And it means I can have community, and I don't have to mod it. Meetings, the killer of productivity. Yeah. I've been there, man. How is fiction fact split in your book? It's a very interesting question. How much is taken from the real world? Is there a virus in your book? Does that happen? Are there any other major political events that happen differently because of the branching point you've chosen. Okay, so on that note, I think it's probably time for me to stop wittering again and do another sprint. So, gonna load up 25 minutes. Everybody ready? Hands in your keyboards. 3, 2, 1, and go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Oh wow, there's a lot of comments. Let's hope they're not bots. Where are we back to? Oh, thank you. I am glad that I am injecting a little calm into your morning. Don't know how I come out calming this way. Inside, it's all like, oh man, I always want to be able to like insert video clips here, so I could have like a little clip of a hamster running in a wheel going. Yeah. Hayden says on the fact fiction split in his book, just some political differences, more of an ideological fight in both parties. I plan for this more of an ideological fight in both parties than what's currently going on. It's going to be explosive. Plan for this story to last through at least 2089 because the main character is going to serve in the highest levels of government. Oh, cool. That sounds really interesting. Do some hardcore political thrilling. He really does have a calming voice. I love listening to Jack talk. Oh, that's so sweet. I also base my economics on fact as well as theory, and I focus on issues like climate and others. Ooh, yeah. By 2089, that's going to be an interesting one. Jack is one of the most calming voices ever. Oh, shucks. Maybe I should like give up the writing stream, starting an ASMR channel. Yeah, I could do that. Just realized I don't know your pronouns. Sorry if you used the wrong one. Nope, I am a he. Yeah. I even wore a pin on one of the very early, few of the very early streams. It's sort of a hobby I do. I make pyrograph pins. But yeah, thanks for asking. Currently listening to the sleet hitting my office window. Ready for it to get lighter outside so I can watch it. Yeah. It's actually quite bright. You can probably tell by the fact that I'm bleached out, though. That's I have a sucky webcam. Let's be fair. Yeah. It's actually quite sunny. For those of you who might not have got the reference in the in the thumbnail, the 1st of February, 1st and 2nd in Ireland is St. Bridget's Day, Imbolg. It's a couple of festivals layered on top of each other, but it's an old Celtic fire festival, and the idea was that it was the 1st of spring, that this is when the light is coming back. I guess our culture really wanted to get winter over with quite quickly. But yeah, there's all sorts of traditions about welcoming in the spring, and Breda, who is the old Gaelic goddess of fire and inspiration and warmth and spring and sunlight and things like that, who then sort of got syncretically conflated with a Saint Bridget of Kildare. And a lot of the same stories are applied to the two iterations of the figure, and a lot of people are sort of saying this is just how the Catholic Church dragged in a goddess and slapped saint in front of her name and called it done. But there may well also have been an early convert who ran an abbey who just sort of inherited Breeze's reputation by being fierce. But it actually does look like spring out there. There's daffodils and sunshine and all sorts. So I can see why my ancestors thought that. Casey says, I always forget about pronouns, mostly because I myself am using a fake account with a male name when I'm female. But you're right, they matter. Yeah, yeah, on the internet, it's very hard to tell. I mean, it's hard to tell sometimes in person as well because people's gender doesn't necessarily match what they look like. Um, but the internet, you don't even have people's presentation to go on a lot of the time. It's all screen names, and you know, I gotta say, I assumed you were a dude. Yeah, that was my fault. Um, but yeah, I try to remember to not assume too much about people by their screen names or avatars because those can be very misleading. My personal account is it's an Irish word which ends in an A. Which, if you're not familiar with Irish and you are familiar with the very many languages where female names are more likely to end in an A, you are very likely to assume that I'm a girl. I mean, it's not like I don't get it in real life. You can only see me from the shoulders up, but yeah, I'm quite early on in gender transition, female to male. So, yep. Yep. Pronouns do occasionally come up on this channel, but yeah, mine are fairly simple. Hayden said, I forgot about mine so much, so I just added them to my name. Yeah, I suppose it's nice. It's a good cue to tell other people and remind you to ask other people. It's a good one. I usually try to assume they, them till I know otherwise, but sometimes old habits die hard. Yeah. Well, it's a learning experience for all of us. I should say I don't assume it's they, them. It's what I try to use until I know otherwise. Is a better way of wording that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they as pronoun for, it's not assuming someone's pronouns are they, it is using they in the sense of gender unknown until somebody tells you otherwise. I'm gender neutral, don't really care what people use on me. Used to hate female pronouns as a child. After studying languages and having gendered objects, I don't care. Yeah. Yeah. Italian does have gendered objects. I always struggled with that. I don't speak Italian, but I speak German, which has got 3 grammatical genders. French, which has 2. Irish has 3 ish, but it's actually really hard to tell which one is which. So I get it wrong all the time. And yeah, and now I'm learning Spanish, which is 2. So it's like there's a lot of. Yeah, but trying to remember whether a table is supposed to be masculine or feminine in the language that I'm speaking is like, why? Why does language do this? I'm so confused. Growing up in the South, been raised to assume genders. Yeah, there's a bit of a sir mom thing going on in the southern United States. It's sort of seen as polite. Here, we don't really do that. We don't tend to use honorifics in casual speech at all. Like, it is noticeable that there's a shop down the road from me and they will always like say sir or mom. They're the people who run it aren't Irish, and where they're from, it's clearly a thing. But here, shop assistants just say like, can I help you? Or have a nice day, or whatever, without adding the honorific. And nobody thinks it's rude because nobody expects it. If you say sir or mom, people go, what? You're American or something? Same here. Yeah, England, Italy, still just default. Yeah, defaults to whatever name or presentation suggests. My son isn't even born and he has pronouns. It's easier sometimes. Yeah. Well, I mean, going with what's the most likely until kids old enough to say otherwise sometimes is just what you gotta do. I think I'll go for a walk once the next chat's over. Not sure how to end this scene. I mean, you can reach out to the chat for some inspiration. But going on a walk sometimes helps me unstick the gears in my head. Better go now, actually, before the sun goes behind the mountain. Yes, yes. Go, walk, have a good time. We have apparently killed the leader of ISIS, as per a New York Times email I just got. Cool, I guess. Big if true. Yeah. Casey says, since I knew you were transitioning, I wanted to make sure you got pronouns correct. You've been misgendered all your life. Deserve to be called by the right pronoun. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate your thoughtfulness in this. On stream tends to not be so much of an issue because I've got an almost aggressively male name here. My real name, my legal name now, is I think most people still read it as male, but it is unpronounceable to anyone who is not Irish. Um, Sarah's managed it, but it's like it is a combination of consonants that is not pronounceable in other languages. So I'll probably continue to confuse people with paperwork for a while. In person, quite round below the streaming line here. So in person I get mommed a fair bit, and then I talk, and then they get really, really confused. Yeah, but I am generally fairly chill about these sort of things. I'm thankfully not horribly traumatized by my experiences in the way some people have been who have had their assigned gender more forcefully assigned to them. My parents have always been fairly chill about me being and doing dressing however I wanted, so it was less of a fight. It's just more confusing. I'm not gonna go weep into my tea if you get things wrong. But it is a good practice because people are fighting battles that you know nothing about. Being kind costs nothing but time and thought. We all got to try and do better. That's just how I feel about it anyway. But yeah. This has been a good chat. There's been several good chats. Took a long time, but we are all the way through. Awesome. I love my little community here. You guys, you folks, all seem to be very cool people, with interesting things to say and decent. I like being around decent people, except the bots. Bots can die. So, I reckon that we have time for just one more sprint. Get it done, get it out of the way. Yeah. Great, your parents are more chill about it. People in the South, big problem with transphobia. Less likely people to be supportive. Yeah. It's less of a massive culture war where I live than it is in some places. There are still problems, mostly around access to healthcare, which is fairly dire. I'm on a waiting list for 2 years. I expect to be on that waiting list for another 3 at least. I am fortunate enough that I've been able to begin my medical transition without coming to the top of that list because I have some money to spend on going private, but not everybody has that. And it can be really sucky for some people, but there's less of that than there is in some places, thankfully. And in my own personal experience, most people I have met have been, at the very least, baffled but cool with it. That's I can cope with that. That is something I can live with. So, before my calming voice puts you all to sleep, let's do one more sprint, and I think that I might actually be able to finish this bloody table and move on to the next bloody table. So I'm gonna pull up this. That. Okay. Ready to go. In 3, 2, 1, sprint. Hello, everybody. Welcome back from the last sprint of the stream. How did you all do? We had some comments. Carrot. Hayden left. Bye, Hayden. Bye-bye. Everybody saying bye, Hayden. Paget Farmer. I've been pronouncing the name right. Welcome, you here. Oh, that's really cool. I'm sorry now that I'm about to pack up and finish the stream. I generally start at 12. That's GMT or UTC, and finish at 2-ish. I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday. If you want to come back, please do subscribe. If you're looking for more streams, all of my previous streams are linked below. There's a playlist there, or it'll come up in the cards, hopefully at the end once I shut this thing off. The other thing you will find down there is a link to Devin Cutting's playlist. Now, Devin Cutting is an amazing person who puts together all of the streams that are going on here on YouTube in daily playlists. So you can just click onto that and it will find you the next available stream that you can jump onto. I think y'all should do that, especially if you've got more to do. It will give you more people to chat to, and it's always funny. I know that we don't have stream invasions like Twitch, but it's always funny when a whole bunch of people from the stream turn up and go, "Ha, invasion!" in the next stream. It's cool. I enjoy doing this anyway. Look, look, deep down, I just want to be a pirate, and this is the closest I get to boarding action. Casey saying good morning and welcome. Love the dancing. Yeah. I can't promise that it's any kind of quality dancing, but it is enthusiastic. And yes, Casey, that is the playlist. That is where you can find all the other streams that are going on. You may even run into me in the chat because I still have loads of this stuff to do. But before I do any of that stuff, I am going to go and put some food in my face so it don't fall over. Food necessary for life and all that. So, thanks everybody for being here. You have been a lovely chat. I will be back on Tuesday. Until then, yes. Until then, enjoy running into a wild jack on other streams, hurting itself in its confusion. And have a great weekend, time, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye, everybody.